day. It is 65 degrees, the sun is shining, the birds are chirping, and it officially feels like spring. Now, I don't know about you, but whenever this time of year rolls around again, I literally feel like I come alive. I feel like my entire soul just radiates love and happiness and joy the second it warms up above like 50 degrees. I immediately just get so excited starting to think about the spring and then inevitably the summer that will come after and how amazing it will be, how happy I'm gonna be. I've already made my spring bucket list and I'm thinking about all the things I'm gonna do once it starts to get a little bit warmer, because I know for at least where I live, the temperature is gonna dip back down, unfortunately. But I am soaking in the last of the 60-degree days before they leave again. But this weather is amazing. It's beautiful. It's not to be taken for granted. I know some of you live in places where the spring is really hot, or maybe you live somewhere where it's like warm year round. Either way, I think embracing the spring energy, the energy of renewal, of new beginnings, of growth is just a great thing to do. Why not buy into it? So if you're looking for some ways to embrace the season, make sure you have an incredible spring. Set yourself up for a great summer as well. This is going to be the perfect episode for you. We're talking all things spring, bucket list ideas, things to do, growth mindset, maybe a bit of fashion and beauty things, some of my goals for spring, and ultimately just how you can embrace the season and make it as fun as possible. I feel like embracing seasons is one of my favorite ways to just romanticize my life overall. Like, it's so much fun. So let's get into it. And also, spring is actually thought of as the new year in lots of different cultures rather than like January 1st, because spring is actually the time when things start to grow and when change is really happening. So if you feel like you didn't have the best start to the year, this is a great time for you to get back on track, pick yourself up and say, you know what, it's okay. We've got spring. So the first thing I think about when thinking about spring, and I think the first place to start is with the mindset shift, shifting out of winter and into a time that is so much more optimistic and positive and exciting. Spring is just an energetic new beginning. So I feel like when I go into spring, I love embracing just like soft energy, feminine energy, really just feeling in tune with the earth. Like, that's truly how I feel. I feel like when I can go back outside again and just be in touch with nature and literally just like feel the wind through my hair and feel the sun on my skin, I feel so grounded and balanced. So I like to think of moving from winter to spring as kind of like letting go of that winter stagnation and energetically shedding layers just like nature does. So if you want to think about how you can kind of energetically like shed, just like how trees shed their leaves and grow new ones in the spring and animals reemerge from hibernation, how can we enter this energetic renewal and growth? I think this ultimately means kind of letting go of the heaviness, the slowness, and the kind of stuck energy that we may be feeling as a residual from the winter. I know that I definitely kind of feel that way. And I think spring feels so nice because it's kind of just like loosening that all up, getting ourselves back out of our shell and into the world. And because winter is a time of rest and introspection, as I've mentioned a lot in my, winter content, fall content, spring is a time to reemerge, shedding those beliefs or those old layers, whether that be negative thoughts or self-limiting beliefs or outdated habits, even physical clutter. Like, it's literally fully energetically cleansing our bodies, our minds, and our space. That's why spring cleaning is such a, common thing in the spring, because it's like, okay, we're done with this winter. Let's refresh everything. Let's refresh our whole space, but we need to refresh ourselves and our minds as well. Some ways that you can kind of refresh your mindset as you go into the season is to just really go in with like a good headspace, ready to take it on, are first by recognizing if there's anything that hasn't really been serving you in the past few months. Can you think of anything that you've been holding on to? Maybe it's negative emotions you've been feeling, like jealousy or envy towards someone else, or maybe it's a lack of self-confidence that you are just ready to let go of and you feel like you just don't even need that in your life anymore. Maybe it's friends that you feel have been holding you back or weighing you down, or even just a lifestyle that's been draining you, like maybe partaking in habits that aren't great for you, whether that's like going out too much or staying up too late or not exercising and eating kind of junk food and you just don't feel your best. Recognize what it is that you've been doing in the past few months that you're ready to let go of. I think for me, the first thing that comes to mind is I've definitely been struggling a bit with balance in my life. I feel like it's a little bit difficult for me to balance my determination inspiration and my motivation and my desire to do things and get things done, and my ability to like let go and be in the flow of life without forcing or pushing myself too much. So I think I want to let go of that need for control on every aspect of my life, and I want to just let go and like be in the flow of life a little bit more, meaning just be more present, not be so hyper fixated on maybe things that I potentially want, but rather just let opportunities come to me, show up as my highest self, do the things that I want to do, that I feel empowered to do, and let the opportunities and the abundance flow to me. Hopefully that can kind of like prod your brain and get you thinking, but let's acknowledge those beliefs and then literally take a deep breath and exhale them out. Like just picture them leaving you, refresh your mindset, get rid of that, and we're moving forward. Another clear, obvious way to do this is by just detoxing your space. Like spring cleaning, as I mentioned, it's such a common thing. I already did actually a full spring cleaning in my bedroom, made a YouTube video out of it. I'm definitely also gonna keep up with that just little by little as the spring progresses. Really deep cleanings of the other rooms in my house, honestly my car as well. But this could be clearing out expired beauty products, clearing out clothes that don't fit or that are like stained or something, or things you just don't like, maybe donating them. This could also be cleaning out under your bed or your closet if they're a little bit messy, and even doing a digital detox on your phone, maybe deleting old apps, deleting old text message conversations, random screenshots that you have in your camera roll. Honestly, it just feels so good to move forward like fully refreshed with a clean space, clean phone, clean headspace. Like we're trying to get ourselves back to like a fresh slate to go into spring, you know? I think another way to kind of renew yourself is definitely prioritizing taking care of your body. And I already kind of mentioned this, but if you've been maybe not eating the best, not eating the cleanest, or not moving your body as much, like not really working out, maybe it's been cold and you just really don't feel like it, this is a great time to shed the habit of not working out and not eating healthy and make a new habit of eating clean foods. This is the greatest time to get into physical fitness if you can. Start doing something to move your body. It will truly make such a difference. I've mentioned this on my YouTube channel, but I've actually been using the app Trainwell for my workouts, and I've been doing it for since like November. So that's quite a while now. This isn't like sponsored by them, but I actually love it. It's been getting me to work out every single day, like without fail. I look forward to my workouts because of it, and I already felt like I was a person that worked out regularly, but like this has made it be like very regular. It's no longer just like 2 times a week. It's like 5 days a week, no doubt. And I feel so good. I feel so strong. I love it because I know that I'm doing a good thing for my body, and simultaneously I feel more confident in like the way my body looks, and I feel stronger, and it's just a great feeling. So if you can figure out a way to move your body that makes you feel good, there are so many different types of movement. You know, it could be Pilates, yoga. You could even just be like going for bike rides or doing swimming or water aerobics if you want. Like there's so many things you could do, but spring is the perfect time to start. It's warming up outside, so you have a lot more options of things to do. And I think the overarching theme here and just refreshing yourself energetically for the spring is allowing yourself to evolve. This could be letting go of things that no longer serve you, as I kind of mentioned. It could be a relationship, a routine, a mindset, but just overall letting yourself grow and evolve and embracing the new season of life that you're going into, just shifting naturally with the world around you and with where your life is headed. I also think that spring is like the epitome of feminine energy, and I made a whole episode about like masculine and feminine energy, and we all have like both types of energy within us, like a yin and yang within us. But I love embracing my feminine energy and just feeling like very in tune with the world. Literally, my dream would just be to be outside in a flowy skirt or dress, like my hair in the wind, in a forest or on the beach, like just fairy girl angel vibes. Like that's my dream, and I feel like spring is the embodiment of that. So a great theme to embrace for the springtime is just flowing, softening your energy, flowing with the world rather than chasing. And I kind of mentioned this was like my intention anyways, but rather than being like laser focused on outcomes, I just made an episode about detaching and not attaching yourself to certain outcomes. So rather than doing that, I want to just embody the process, be in the moment, be present, flow, and let life take me, and guiding with my actions rather than with hyperfixating on the end point. So if you want to embody your feminine energy, you could definitely listen to my podcast episode about that, but know that it's really about embracing creativity, being one with nature, and attracting rather than chasing. And I think that another theme, which I've already kind of mentioned for spring, is practicing gratitude and being present. I love just the idea of enjoying the slowness of spring rather than rushing into summer. So being present, literally like looking outside and seeing all the beautiful things blooming. Like I just went on a walk today and I was making it a goal of mine to be very present on the walk. So I was looking at everything. I was seeing the birds in the sky, and I was actually noticing a lot of different birds that are here now that weren't here in the winter. Like we have certain birds that are definitely here during the winter, but a lot of them migrate south. And so now I'm seeing a lot of robins, whereas in the winter there were no robins. There were like chickadees and cardinals and little nuthatches, but no robins. So I kind of see like the diversity coming back to the area, and that's something I was noticing. I saw a bunny hopping. I looked at the trees and I just see the little buds of the trees forming. So like there aren't leaves yet, but it's getting there. And I think it's so beautiful to be able to witness this process, like literally witness nature regenerating. And if I hadn't been present on my walk and I was just walking and not paying attention, I probably wouldn't have noticed a lot of those things. But I think a lot of us do kind of like to rush into the idea of summer, and I know I even do, because summer is my favorite season. It's when I feel the most alive, and spring is definitely a bit more of like a transitional season, so it can be kind of easy to skip past it a bit. But from everything I've learned and everything we know, being present is the best thing to do. Like this moment is all we have. Let's appreciate it to its fullest. So instead of yearning for 70, 80, and 90-degree days, I'm just loving the fact that it's 50 and 60 degrees and I can feel comfortable with a light jacket. Now let's talk about some things to do, bucket list ideas, and ways that you can make your spring packed with fun activities that really embrace the season. As I mentioned, I just made my bucket list, so I will read off to you a lot of the things that I put on there. But starting out, spring picnics. Okay, what better time for a picnic than spring? I used to think it was summer, and let me just tell you, I definitely romanticized the idea of picnics in my head. I haven't honestly had that many picnics because it's kind of just like a hassle. It's like a lot of things to do and prep and cook and things to bring, and it's like the idea of the picnic is often nicer than the execution. But I was like, I love picnics. I want to have a picnic. And actually last year when I hit 100K subscribers on my YouTube channel, I wanted to have a picnic and bring my cake and celebrate it. And it was the summer, and I prepped all the food. I literally spent like 2 hours making food for everyone, and we brought all the stuff. I packed the baskets. It was a lot of stuff to carry. We get there. The ground is like damp, so it's seeping through the blanket that I brought. And then there were bugs literally everywhere because it was like the heat of summer. Like it was super hot. Bugs were literally everywhere. So I start taking out the food, and then there's bugs hopping onto the blanket. And I honestly kind of just wanted to cry because I felt like it wasn't going the way that I wanted it to go. And it honestly didn't end up being as enjoyable of an experience as I wanted. So I definitely learned some lessons there about picnics. But the moral of the story is that springtime does not have as many bugs, it's not as hot, and it's a great time for a picnic before it gets scorching and your food literally is just like melting in the sun. I already kind of planned out like a date that I really want to do with my boyfriend where we go to an isle. It's like you drive over a bridge and it's a little mini island, and there's like a little aquarium there, and I really want us to go like pick up some food in Detroit, go to this little island, bring a blanket, have a picnic there like while we look kind of over the water, and then go to the aquarium afterwards. That's like my dream for the summer. Not my dream. I'm gonna do it. Like we're gonna do it, but I just think it would be so much fun. Make it a whole fun thing. You could even bring like a little easel and do paintings there, like bring some supplies. You could even make jewelry there, and I think it would be so cute too to like bring a digital camera or a Polaroid and take some cute pictures. But just bask in the springness of outside. Lay down on your blanket after you eat your food and enjoy the weather. Another great thing to do in the spring, and something that I look forward to every single year, is going to flower festivals. Okay, this is literally the most fun thing ever. Chances are there's some farm somewhere near where you live that has like a farm where you can do like you pick flowers, or maybe it's a tulip farm or any type of flower farm. If you can find one, go to it. Seriously, they are so cute. We actually have a great option in Michigan. It's like 3 hours west of where I live in a city called Holland. It's like based on the Holland in the Netherlands. It's this like Dutch town and they do a whole huge tulip festival. My boyfriend and I have been going to it for years and I'm so excited to go this year. I'm definitely going to vlog it as well. But clearly flowers, especially tulips, are an iconic mark of spring. So this is such a cute activity to do. You get to go see a bunch of beautiful flowers, spend a day outside, take some cute pictures, make sure that you like respect the flowers and don't trample them because I get really upset when I see people doing that, but I think it's such a fun idea. And another thing that I am so excited for, that I love about spring, are the farmers markets coming back. Where I live, farmers markets are not a thing year round, like in warm places they are. So that makes them really, really special when they are around. So the farmers markets here really come back in May. We have a local one that's like really close to where I live, and my mom and I literally went like every single Sunday last year. So we are so excited to go again. And they have like fresh flowers, they have sourdough bread, fresh fruits and vegetables that are local. It's just amazing. And there's also Eastern Market in Detroit, which is a huge iconic farmers market. I love going there in the spring and summer, and they also have like events quite often. I know there's like International Flower Day. I think that's in May, and during that there's like flowers everywhere. So it's so much fun to put on a cute little like farmers market outfit, like maybe some little denim overalls or something, a little gingham top, I don't even know, put your hair in some braids, get a tote bag and head to the farmers market. It's so nice to be in that communal space. Like I feel like it really gives you a sense of community, especially if you're feeling kind of like lonely and disconnected after the winter. So this is a great fun thing that I'm so looking forward to doing. Okay, another one that I think is really, really cute, and you could do this with like just your family, with a few friends, is kind of like host a little tea party or a garden party. So I think this would be so adorable if you got a cute little teapot, made some nice herbal tea, had like cucumber sandwiches cut into triangles. If you host this as an actual party, have everyone come wearing a dress and just being super cute, embracing the florals and embracing the spring. You could have like little cups with flowers in them as the table centerpieces, and it's a really fun hosting idea. And another thing is embracing spring drinks. So I think that teas are very springy, herbal and floral teas specifically, even lavender tea, chamomile tea. I have butterfly pea flowers, which if you look them up, they're these beautiful, cute little purple flowers. You can actually make tea with them, and it's like this beautiful dark purple, like bluish color. And if you add lemonade to it, it turns like a gorgeous bright pink fuchsia purple. It's gorgeous. But that's super fun to make in the spring. And also just making a cup of tea and like drinking it in an actual teacup with a little saucer, not just a mug. I think that this is like one small way to just make your life a little more whimsical and romanticize it a bit more. I've been thinking a lot about whimsy lately and about making life more whimsical. I keep seeing TikToks kind of relating to it, and they're like, you know, what are things you guys do to make your life more whimsical? And just reading all the comments, I'm like, oh, I love this. I feel like I actually subconsciously do a lot of things to make my life more whimsical. I kind of want to make a whole episode about it. I feel like it's kind of romanticizing your life, but one way that I add whimsy into my life is by having tea in a teacup with a saucer and then actually adding on like dried flowers on top. Like I said, I have those butterfly pea tea flowers. And if you get like actual loose tea rather than, you know, tea bags, there are always really pretty blends with different like dried flowers, like rose. Oh my gosh, I love rose in my tea. So if you can find some pretty dried flowers to top your tea with, it's gorgeous. It's so beautiful. It makes the experience just so much better. Another thing that happens in the spring is cherry blossoms are in bloom. So I know that like Washington, D.C., if you live anywhere near that, has a whole bunch of cherry blossom trees, but I unfortunately don't live near there. So I was trying to find like where in Michigan they have them, and they are quite far. I'm going to try to track some down this spring because I feel like it would just be so beautiful to literally stand underneath a cherry blossom tree, have the petals falling onto you, like take some cute pictures, just soak in the beauty. So if you can like look up, you know, where cherry blossom trees might be in bloom near you in the spring, it's the best time to see them. So like might as well try. And play in the rain. Spring is obviously known for rain. It's like the whole, you know, April showers bring May flowers thing. So like one of my favorite things to do in the spring is if there's a day where it's actually like quite warm outside, kind of like that hot summer rain feeling and it just starts to downpour, I love going and running outside, literally just frolicking in the rain. My brother and I actually used to do this like quite often. If there was a day where it was just pouring rain, like we've had water balloon fights outside in the summer, just like throwing water balloons at each other while it downpoured. We've even gone swimming in our pool while it rained, though I know that that's dangerous if there's lightning, but there wasn't lightning when we did that. Something about it is honestly so healing because it just makes you feel like a carefree little kid again. And what better thing than that? Like that's totally another way to be more whimsical in your life. So if you have a nice rainy day, embrace the rain, go outside, play in the rain, and then come inside, take a nice little warm shower, make a cup of tea, and read a book. Like that sounds honestly so nice. Another bucket list item that I wrote down is actually making spring rolls. And I think in general, like embracing spring food is such a great thing to do. Not only is it actually more nutritious when you eat seasonal vegetables, like I don't know if you guys ever see those posts that talk about here are the vegetables and fruits that are in season this month, but in the spring, I know things like asparagus, carrots, radishes, artichokes, lemons, strawberries, arugula, spinach, mint, and basil. Those are all things that are in season in the spring. So eating seasonally, eating some of those fresh fruits and vegetables, maybe shying away from the like hot soups and stews a bit and leaning instead into more bright, refreshing meals with lots of cold, fresh fruits and vegetables. I put spring rolls specifically because I love them. I used to make these all the time, and to be honest, every time I made them, it was like a fail. I would use those rice paper wraps and they kind of would just like fall apart. But I'm determined to try again this year. I think making yummy spring rolls with like edamame inside, maybe some grilled tofu in there, a bunch of vegetables. I think that would be so yummy with a little peanut sauce. So that's a spring meal that I definitely want to make. Another spring activity that I think is perfect is going hammocking. I really got into this a few years ago, but if you honestly just buy a hammock, keep it in your car, and then whenever you're at a place where you're like, it might be nice to set up a hammock here, you have it. Like go to a park and set up the hammock, go to a trail and set up your hammock. Maybe if you can find a place like near the beach to set it up. If you're at college, any college campus you go to, I swear there are hammocks everywhere. At least the college I went to, like it would be a nice day and everyone had their hammock out in between two trees, like just enjoying the day. So even in your backyard, if you can find a place to set up a hammock, it's so nice to just like swing, rock in the wind, read a little book, or just relax and stare at the sky. It's beautiful and it's so much fun. And another thing that I think is a great activity to do in the spring is going to the museum, because in the summer, maybe you don't want to go to a museum because it's like such a nice day outside. You don't want to do like indoor activities. Whereas in the spring, it's like warm enough that you want to get out of the house and go do something, but it might still be like a little chilly for strictly outdoor activities. So find some local museums in your area. And if you can find cool local museums to go to, it's even better. You'll get to learn about some of the history from maybe where you live, see some beautiful art, and it's super fun to go with someone to the museum, but also really fun to go alone and just enjoy the art, enjoy the sculptures on your own time. Something else I would really like to try doing this summer is making flower crowns. I think you could either try to find some just like a few wildflowers outside, like make little daisy chains, or go to Trader Joe's or something, or go to the grocery store and like get some flowers and intentionally make flower crowns. I think this could even be a really cute activity to do with friends. Like you could host a little flower crown making party, or just like have a little girls' night where you guys make flower crowns. I think that would be honestly adorable. And then you can all wear the flower crowns and frolic around outside. Maybe also make some little strawberry mocktails or something to sip on. And lastly, doing workouts and yoga outside. This is a really simple shift you can make in the spring to just, again, like have some more of that outside time, get some vitamin D, hear the soothing sounds of nature, and also get your daily movement in. So something I love doing once it starts to warm up a bit is just taking my yoga mat outside and doing my daily workout out there rather than inside. I also feel like because in the spring, I almost feel guilty for not being in the nice weather if it's a nice day outside, or I get like FOMO if I look outside and it's all sunny, but I'm inside. So this is kind of a way for me to cure that by just taking my activity outside and enjoying it out there. I feel like it's even more therapeutic when you're outside and you hear the birds chirping and everything. The other thing I really urge you to try in the spring is picking up a new hobby. Like hobbies are so important for us to just keep our creativity flowing. And honestly, I feel like I think of it as this is our one life we were given. Why wouldn't we want to just like do everything we could and try all the things we can can. So if there's something that's been kind of creeping into your mind lately, like some hobby you want to try, maybe it's pottery making, like maybe you want to take a pottery making class or go pottery painting, or maybe it's you really want to try like crocheting, or you want to learn how to sew, or maybe it's even that you want to take a dance class, or you've really been wanting to like go take some ballet. Take some steps to start picking up that hobby. I think hobbies are so important also in just having things that are fun and they aren't work. Like it's just something that you do strictly for fun and strictly because it brings you joy. It's going to make you a more well-rounded person. It's going to up your skill set, and you don't have to be amazing at it. You can just do it because it's fun. Another very obvious thing to do in the spring is gardening. Whether you have a garden and you want to just spend some time tending to it, like weeding in the garden, or you want to start a garden, this is the perfect time. You could make a flower garden or a vegetable garden. This is definitely quite a feat to take on because it can be quite intensive, but it can be as small or as big as you want. Like I honestly really want to start a whole vegetable fruit garden, but it's kind of intimidates me. And I feel like if I were to start one, I'd want to make like resin boxes. I don't even know what the word would be, but like I want to build boxes, not planted directly into the ground. From what I've seen, that just seems like a better way to go. So I don't know if I'm going to be doing that this year, maybe once I move into like my own house and stuff. But another thing that my mom and I do every year is go to a plant nursery and pick up some new plants and flowers for our garden. It's so fun to just literally go shopping around the nursery, find cute plants and flowers that speak to us, and bring them home and plant them. My mom specifically loves making pretty pots. So like she fills several different pots with like a really pretty combination of different flowers and plants, and we'll have one on the porch, a few in the backyard. It really brightens up the space, and it's also really fun. Like it's a lot of fun to just look around and shop for them. And one more idea that I'll give you for like a bucket list thing or just kind of a fun spring activity is doing color walks. This could be really fun to try if you want to simultaneously do something a little fun and also have your outside time for the day, get some exercise in. So you can pick a color, like maybe you decide to pick blue. And then as you're going through your walk that day, you take notice of every blue thing that you see. So it can be like a blue flower, a little blue sign, a blue house, a blue mailbox, like the blue sky keeps you very present in the walk. You can pick any color you want. You could pick a different color each time you go for a walk. And I think it's a great way to, like I said, pull you into the present, but also just give you something fun to do on your walk. Now let's talk about some spring self-care that you can do. Just like a few more ways to kind of romanticize spring. First, this one is so cute, and I actually used to do this all the time. Like in high school, I vividly remember doing this, but have a flower bath. Like if you get a bouquet of flowers, I like kind of wait till they're sort of starting to die, not till they're like rotten dead, but they're kind of starting to wilt, especially roses. Like that's so cute. I will go to the bath and have a rose petal bath. Like just pick off all the petals, put in some essential oil. Like you can put in some lavender essential oil or some rose essential oil into the water, put in some Epsom salt, and then literally like light candles, like a princess bath basically. That's what it feels like, or like a mermaid bath. So I have some flowers on the table right now that my boyfriend got me for International Women's Day, which is so cute, by the way. Like what a guy. And they're like pink roses, and I honestly can't wait to have a little flower bath with them. They're starting to die now, like they're starting to wilt a little bit. So I'm thinking it would be so cute to just take off all the little pink petals and have a flower bath. Another favorite spring self-care practice of mine is having like outdoor mindfulness time. And specifically what I love doing is going to the park for sunset. Like that's self-care to me. Taking a little walk there, but also bonus points if you bring a journal, maybe bring a little blanket or like a yoga mat and find a quiet spot at the park or even in your own backyard or something. Lay it out, like get your little crystals out, get your journal out, do some journaling, look around at nature, just be very present. That's one of my favorite things to do. And in terms of beauty things, I love embracing like light, dewy skincare. So maybe if you've been having kind of heavy, rich moisturizers in the winter and fall, start going in with like light gel moisturizer instead. Like my favorite is the Bioma gel moisturizing cream in the pink bottle. It's so good and it doesn't break me out. And I love embracing spring scents in my perfume and my body care. So this could be florals, of course. Like my favorite perfume right now is Diptyque Eau Rose. It's so good, so fresh. It smells just so good. And this is not to tell you like you need to buy all these products. These are just examples I'm showing you, but like I think it's really fun to just shift your self-care routine towards the season a little bit. Another brand that I've recently discovered, it's called Daise. It's like Daise. They actually just sent me PR and all of their things smell amazing. It's like $5.99 and under for like their whole line, and it's really cute packaging, super bright, like fun colors, and the scents are amazing. So they have things like body sprays, like spray deodorants, and like whipped body wash. It's so fun, so good. They have such great springy, florally scents. So I think that could be fun to try out as well. If you're looking for some new springy body care, that's not too expensive. In terms of makeup, I actually did like a spring makeup routine on my TikTok and on my YouTube shorts and everything, but I love having fresh makeup in the spring, and I love doing like a peachy pink look. I use like blush that's a little bit more peachy, kind of like golden and glowy. I think that it's so spring. And for the fashion, I love wearing pastels anyways. That's like my favorite thing to wear are pastel colors. But if you are someone that really leans into dark colors, spring is a great time to embrace the pastels in your wardrobe. Wearing like lavender purple, pastel pink and yellow and green, like it feels so fresh. It's a great way to just be in harmony with what the earth is looking like. And spring is also my favorite time to pull out some of my dresses and skirts. Like I love wearing dresses and skirts so much. They're literally my favorite. They're so comfortable. They feel so feminine. So I love bringing out all my different floral dresses and my like maxi skirts and my cute little boots and flats. Like it's so fun, so spring. So some other things you could do to prep yourself for spring are do some journaling, of course. I'm going to give you some journal prompts that I've done or that I am going to do or like would recommend for you to do. First, what do I want to call in this season? Meaning, what do you want to bring into your life? Like, what do you want to attract? Do you want to bring in vibrant new energy where you're going and doing new things and you're seeking new experiences? Do you want to call in like new friends? Do you want to call in being a bit more spontaneous and less rigid in your routines? It's just another way of saying, how do I want to see my life shift in this new season? What do I want my life to look like in this new season? And also, what energy do I want to embody? So again, this could be like, I want to embody confidence, or I want to embody positive, high vibe energy. I want to be a great person to be around, or I want to embody spunky and fun energy, a person who's down to do anything, who is going to take leaps of faith and do crazy things. You know, think about what you want to look like, how you want to be perceived, and how you want to feel in this new season. And some other things to think about are, because spring is the season of planting seeds to get going on these new ideas, on these new endeavors, and summer is like when we see the prosper of them. So what seeds do you want to plant now that can bloom later? What do you want to start getting going on? Like, is there something that's been on your mind that you really want to get into? A side hustle? Do you want to start a new hobby? Do you want to make some new friends? Do you want to start going to workout classes or get out of your shell a little bit more? Be very intentional about this. And then when thinking about those things, think about like, what does that mean for you right now? What's the first step? What seeds can you plant right now so that they can bloom later? And I think this is so fun to think about because, you know, time really does pass quickly. It passes like slow but quick at the same time. So maybe on a daily basis, time feels like it's kind of moving slow, but at the same time, you could look back and be like, oh my gosh, 3 months have passed. It's already summer. If I had planted those seeds 3 months ago, they would be like blooming now, or they'd be growing now. So I think it's really encouraging to think about the fact that even though taking the first step right now seems like you're just at the very start, it's going to take so long to get there. At the same time, you will look back in months and truly see the progress. So plant those seeds now. I think a great exercise for this could be just doing some visualizations, visualizing like what your dream life looks like in these next few months. You can honestly even just visualize your dream spring, like picture yourself at the flower field and picture yourself, you know, with friends frolicking around, going to do new things. Picture exactly the life that you want and just embody that energy and really work to embrace that soft life, flowing instead of forcing. Be present and embrace this new season. Some final things that are needed for spring guide are to make a spring playlist. If you don't want to make one, I have one. I actually love it. I've been listening to it nonstop every single day. My Spotify is Sophie DiLoretto if you want to check it out. It's called Strawberries, Cherries, and an Angel's Kiss in Spring. And it's so good. It's so good. It's so hopeful, cute, feminine, kind of happy, a little nostalgic. It's just so good for spring. I honestly have a killer summer playlist too that I'm already adding some songs to, and I can't wait to listen to that in summer. But for me, playlists and music are such a great way to just channel the energy of the moment. So it's something I love doing. You could totally make your own spring playlist, put a cute little cover on there, or like I said, look up someone else's, and also make a spring vision board. For the seasons, I actually make a different Pinterest board every month. I started doing this in like September or something, and it's actually so cute because I made it, and I didn't even do this on purpose at first, but I started doing like a thing where every first of the month I made a community post on YouTube, and I said like to all my subscribers, like to my whole community, it's October, it's the month of this, this, and this. Here are some fun ways you can romanticize the season, like do this, this, and this. Here are some bucket list items that are on my bucket list for this month, this, this, and this. And here's my Pinterest board for the month. I don't know, I just felt like it was a fun community building thing to do. But when I did that, I copied the link from my Pinterest board, and it apparently, rather than just like, sharing the link with people, it invited every person to be a collaborator of the board, like every person that clicked on it. But afterwards, I was like, oh my gosh, this is the cutest thing literally ever. So basically now it's an ongoing thing, and I have all these people on it, like a lot of you guys that go on the boards and add pictures to the months. So it's so cute. Again, I'm not even trying to self-promo, but I just wanted to share this because I think it's so cute in case you want to like partake in it as well. But my Pinterest is Sophie DiLoretto, and the board is called months. And so then I have a different board for every single month because I feel like, there's a distinct difference in energy between March, April, and May. And I wanted to just find ways to embody every single one, every single month. So my March board right now has lots of green. There's some like St. Patrick's Day things. There's spring bucket list ideas. I have some pictures of flowers, of like matchas, of bike rides, kind of starting to get into that spring energy. And I'm definitely going to make one for April as well. But I think aside from all that, it would be super cute. And I know I can say from doing this myself, I really feel like it makes the season a lot more fun, and like especially on a month-to-month basis, because the months are so distinctly different. So if you are looking for a way to just feel more excited about it, feel more aligned with the season or the month, I totally recommend giving this a try. I literally just go into Pinterest and look up like March aesthetic, and then you'll see a lot of pictures, and you can save the ones that resonate with you and that you like, and some cute quotes and things. And it's such a great way to just start feeling like hopeful and optimistic about the season, and it totally gives you ideas of things to do as well. Whew, I feel like I've been talking for so long, but this was a really fun episode to film. I really hope you guys enjoyed hearing it. I hope this got you inspired and feeling, into the spring energy. I wish you all the best. I hope you have an amazing spring. Comment below one thing that's on your spring bucket list, something that you're going to be channeling this spring, something you really want to do, something like that. I would love to hear it. And also, if you feel so inclined, I'd love if you gave this podcast a rating on Spotify and on Apple. Maybe subscribe to the YouTube channel and give the video a thumbs up if you want to show some support. It would mean the world to me. Also, don't forget there is an Instagram for the Glow and Tell podcast. It's called glowandtell.pod, and I post little motivational quotes, cute little aesthetic pictures that kind of relate to the podcast to, keep your energy high, keep the vibes high. So you can go check that out if you'd like as well. I think that's all. Thank you so much for listening, and I will talk to you soon.